Welcome back to Universe. I'm Andrew, and today I'm playing Destinies. I'm going to do the Feast of Famine scenario this time, and I believe the next three are linked. So I say the next because I did, or is it the next four? I see four more. Not sure, but I played Nature of the Beast last time, so if you want to see it, you can check out my previous video. I learned some lessons there. Most importantly, I do not want to play on the Challenger mode, so let's try out the Explorer mode. Yeah, it says campaign 1 of 4, Feast of Famine. The rats have arrived in vast numbers, devouring all in their path. Unless they can be stopped, starvation looms as the food stores dwindle under the swarm's relentless assault. What dark force once brought the vermin to the land? What mortal can stand against such an enemy? And then, yeah, so normal would be 2 or 3 player game, a multiplayer competitive game. Challenger is a solo mode where you are timed. And yeah, if you didn't watch the first one, I ran out of time and I failed and ended up cheating so I could find out what happens at the end. I don't want to cheat, but I do want to find out what happens at the end. So I don't think the timer is super interesting to me. It seems like you have to either get lucky or you have to be willing to play multiple times to win. So not really interesting to me. Bound by Fate 2v2. I actually don't remember that one. But Explorer solo, we get as much time as we want. We're just going to play through the story.
The year was lean, and all the signs pointed towards a harsh winter. Nonetheless, people from the town of Seoul gathered at a humble feast, knowing all too well that even their meager harvest was worthy of joyful celebration. It was enough for them to survive. Some gave their thanks to God, some quietly to powers older than that, who were said to watch over the valley since the ages long forgotten. Some praised the work of men, those who managed to win their survival by their toil alone. But even this short moment of rejoicing was to be torn away from them. First came the storm that scattered the animals and razed the granaries, leaving them exposed to the elements. High water took away the bridge, leaving the valley cut away from the world. And then came the rats. In great swarms, they descended upon the remnants of the celebratory feast, devouring all in their path, ravaging the winter stores. Amidst the chaos, a few saw a demonic figure commanding the swarm, with lesser devils as its heralds. You are those few.
All right. So now I can be a soldier, a nun, or a woodsman. Last time I was the witch, not an option here. Soldier is not my type. Nun is also not my type. Woodsman is also not my type. But I think woodsman is maybe the closest. So let's do woodsman. So now we can see our setup. So I need to set up my intelligence. It's 5, 8, and 11. So I guess he's not going to be very good. So that means I'm going to put discs at 5, 8, and 11. The lower, the better. So this 5 is good. This 11, not so great. And the fact that I only have 3 discs here, also not so great. Dexterity, 5 and 7. So that is definitely better. And then 10 and 12. So I think before I thought this was bad, but now having played, this is actually pretty reasonable. So it seems like dexterity is his strongest stat. Although the strength, the might here is pretty good too. He doesn't have a 5, but he's got a 7 and a 9. So these are grouped up closer to the beginning. So that's nice. Also grabbed this mini for him. So I painted them up, but they don't come painted normally. They're very small. Put that here, take 1 coin, exhaust all of my effort dice. So those are set to the side. And take a hatchet, item 5. So that's going to be my starting item. Can get +2 successes in a might test. All right. Yep. Oh, and I guess I need to also take my ID card. So that's something I remembered to do as the witch, but I didn't remember to look at the back. Oh, this is the huntsman, not the woodsman. Here we go. So this is going to be me. And some claim you're secretly a pagan, that you can sort with witches and devils. Here, let's go this way instead. Some claim you're secretly a pagan, that you can sort with witches and devils. Well, that last part isn't true. Devils are as much a part of the new faith that have corrupted the world as their god is. You know this is your moment to restore the old ways. If you could restore the old god to power, this valley would be his again, And again, he would protect his people from the ravages of the new god and devils alike. So I can either pursue the left path or the right path, awaken the old gods with ancient artifacts, restore 2 pagan shrines scattered around the land using ritual artifacts, or make blood sacrifices for the old god, kill 3 devils ravaging the land to restore his power. When you're ready, go to the watchtower in the west. So I have to do one of those 2 things and then go to the watchtower. That also caused some confusion for me before, although this one's a little bit clearer. So we'll put that here. You can reference it if we need to. Game progress is saved automatically. Okay, and place tile 14. Let's move this out of the way, and we'll take location 14 and just start off our map. Okay. Blacksmith appears to be working as usual, but something seems wrong. So he's going to be placed as a point of interest right there. Okay, the aroma of fresh bread smells even better in this time of hunger. I guess that's a bakery there. Town center lies this way, number 65 down here. Okay, location 40. In the distance you see So's Orchards over here. Okay, some say a strange pond awaits in the midst of this wood. 27 goes here. Okay, and refresh and effort die, which means it looks like my turn is starting with day 1. So the days, I guess, aren't going to matter that much. Well, we'll see. So I imagine the story is tracking events, so events could happen. And I'm going to be here. So I'm here, and I could interact with this guy here, the blacksmith, or the bakery, or I could move over here, or down here, and see what's going on. Well, I've got time to spare, so let's start with the blacksmith's workshop. Yes, I'll visit there. Set up the blacksmith trade stack. The hatchet, a lockpick, and a sword. 2 swords. So I'll grab a couple tokens from this that match, and then I can put 1 with the blacksmith here, and 1 on top of this little stack of cards. Got the hatchet, I already have one of these. A lockpick. I can move my dexterity skill to the left for each other item I have. Interesting. Or a couple swords and a might test. Don't roll any dice. Instead, you get a 10, which would mean currently I would get 1, 2, 3 successes. Seems pretty good. We have to discard the sword. The sword is a one-time use. I only have $1. I don't have to spend it now, but I'm going to set up the trade stack. In fact, I don't know if I can spend it now. His hammer strikes sound uneven, and the blacksmith seems distracted. You notice that his eldest son, usually helping him with work, is nowhere to be seen. When asked, he confides his son has fallen ill, and with no food nor medicine, he's only getting worse. So I can trade with him, so that would let me buy from his stack. I can offer to help, or I can give him something that can heal his son, or ask him about an item. Well, I could ask him about my hatchet, but that seems silly. Or I could give him something that can heal his son. I don't have anything. Maybe for now I'll just help him. Then we get to make our first check of the game. So I'm going to roll my 2 normal dice. And do I want to spend effort? Sure. I'll spend my 1 effort that I have available. Roll those. I got 2 plus 1 is 3. So on might, I check for 3, and I have 0 discs in this section here. So I have 0 successes, which is not a good number. I could discard my hatchet for 2 successes. So that doesn't add to the roll, it adds success results directly. I don't know if... Nah, we'll hang on to it. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, it's 0. It's hard work helping the blacksmith, and lacking proper skills, you do more harm than good. He still appreciates the effort and gives you some hints for the future. So I get 2 might skill ups. I get to move 2 discs to the left. And I think I'll just start by making this 6 down to a 4. Just to kind of help me get that first success on future checks. And this is spent until I get it back. And I'll go ahead and trade. He lets you take a look at his wares. Times are tough. Selection is slim. But he needs money for food. And I can use his trade stack. So I'm going to spend my $1 that I started with. And I think I'll start with a lockpick. Well, this is better if I have a bunch of items. No, maybe I'll take the sword in case I need it. And then, but I know he's got a lockpick, so maybe I'll come back at some point and buy that lockpick from him. So that's going to be the end of my turn. That would feel pretty bad if I had a limited number of turns. Refresh and effort die. And yeah, let's explore. We're in explorer mode. We'll go to the bakery. The supplies are few, but there's still enough for the baker and his family to thrive. They greet you with friendly smiles, but as you hear what they have to offer, you notice the prices are inflated. I have no money. Yeah, I'm not buying food because I don't have any. I don't want to steal either. I can ask him about an item. I mean, I may as well, I guess. So we'll just use the scanning technology here. Well, yeah, sure. Let's ask him about this sword. This should help you in a fight. That's it. I can't ask him about another item apparently. So I'm just going to end my turn. All right. Get another effort die for that. All right. So I can waste time and earn effort in explorer mode. That's good to realize. I also can't go north. No locations were seeded there. So I'm just going to slide this up, assuming there won't be anything up farther north. Nah, we'll do it when it's needed. Although that could be now. Which way do I want to go? They said the orchards are this way. My goals are restore shrines or kill devils. I think I'm going to go this way over to location 27. Yes. Despite its proximity to the town, this part of the woods is a domain of beasts. People rarely wander here. Flip it over. Okay. And place a mystic pond. I would like to go to the mystic pond, please. The witch is here. Why doesn't she have a mini? I played as the witch last time, and I had a mini. I used the wrong one, but that's not the point. And a barn, 39. So now I think we'll make a little bit of room here. Okay. And that's it. So I'm now traveled over to here. And I think I'd like to check out the Mystic Pond. As you approach the pond, you notice something gleaming underwater. An unusually large wolf is prowling on the shore as if it were guarding this place. The air is very heavy with strange power. I'm trying to figure out where I can put the phone so that it's not like coming into my microphone. At the same time, I'm hoping that you'll be able to hear directly recorded audio. Confront the wolf. I can use an item, or I can just fight it, or I can sneak. I'm actually a bit better at fighting right now. I could use an item. I mean, the sword is an item. I don't know if I can use the sword or distract it. No, I'll just fight it. So do I use the sword though? Or I can just get +2 successes from the hatchet, which is pretty similar to using the sword. And I can use the hatchet afterward. Oh, plus, yeah, I'm going to spend both my effort. So we'll roll 4 dice here. All right, much better roll. So 4 + 3 is 7, 8, 10. So I got the same as if I had used the sword and I didn't use the sword. So 10 is going to be 1, 2, 3 successes. 2, 3. Confirm. The wolf is no match for you, and its survival instinct soon overcomes whatever force compelled it to defend this place. It runs off into the woods. The wolf is gone. Under the pond surface, you see a small carved idol glowing faintly. Now, I'd like to retrieve the idol for sure. Now my effort's gone, and I'm just going to have to roll, and I have no bonuses for dexterity. All right. That's what I get for spending all my effort. 4 is 0. 0 successes. It's not a good number. Okay. Yes, this is correct. The water is deep and cold, and the idol remains out of reach. You could have sworn it was closer a moment ago. Lose a might, but gain an XP. So that's actually not bad. XP can be spent for 2 leftward movements. I do have to take 1 rightward movement on might right now, though. Okay, so I didn't get any idols, but maybe I can come back. Let's get some water. You kneel by the pond's water and fill a flask. The water is warm and sweet. Gain holy water. 9. Wonder if this is blessed by an old god or something. But yeah, we got holy water. Reroll any number of dice as a discard effect. Add that to my list of items. And that's it. I wonder if the wolf will come back if I stay here. Get an effort die back. I can spend this XP anytime that's not in the middle of a test, so I'll save it for now. Let's go to the witch. The witch waves at you and greets you with a knowing, if a bit mischievous smile. You want something, don't you? Do you want your fortune told or something else? She asks. It better be good. The healer quarreled, you know, so I cursed him. So I can speak on the healer's behalf. I don't know what healer... I don't know what's going on. I don't need to speak on the healer's behalf. I don't care. Convert herbs to poison. I don't have any herbs. Ask the witch about my destiny. I could do that. Learn the secret of investigating herbs for $3. That sounds pretty good, but I don't have any money. So for now, all I can do is ask her about my destiny, and I can choose which destiny do I want to ask about. So I can ask about this one or this one. I'm kind of interested in this one, so I'll ask her about this here. by scanning it. Go to the blooming grove in the northeastern part of the valley. Northeast. All right, so that's where I can find stuff to shrines to purify, or find ritual artifacts or something. I feel like this is a ritual artifact I need, so I don't think I'm going to rush over that way. Let's end my turn, freshen effort die, and I'm going to move to here, 39. The fields to the west of the village were bustling with activity just days ago. Now, with the harvest done, they're silent. The barn is swarming with a huge infestation of rats. This one may be the largest you have seen yet. This fight will be hard. All right, well, I have might. A strange faint fog has gathered over the shorn field. Here, a stone circle towers over a broken bridge, location 19. So we'll slide up a bit more, make room for 19 down here. Okay. And a watchtower to the west, location 62. All right, so I'm here now, and I'm going to go to, you know what, I want to fight the rats, the infested barn. Sounds coming from within make it clear there's something alive in the barn, something worse than mere rats. Looking around, you notice a ladder propped against the wall next to a small opening. You could probably take a peek inside. Well, absolutely. It's not like anyone else was using it. You take the ladder with you and walk into the barn. Gain ladder 63. This is worth $2. I can +1 to roll total in second and later tests each turn, always. So for the rest of the game, or at least as long as I have this, I can get +1 to my roll totals, except for on my first roll. A goat-like devil mocks you from the far side of the barn. Between you and it, the dry hay stored inside this barn is crawling with uncountably many rats. Let's fight. I came prepared with a sword and holy water. Let's try the holy water. I'm going to scan holy water. It's downright unsettling watching the rats, normally clever and cautious, spring the trap again and again, completely ignoring their survival instincts in a wild feeding frenzy. The swarm has been weakened enough for you to reach its leader. Discard the holy water. Okay, somehow that helped me against the rats, but not the devil. You've thinned the swarm. Now it's the devil's turn. Sure. I mean, I came prepared with a sword. All right, yes, we'll scan the sword. Let's see. The devil shrieks in terror and starts to run. Too late. Blood flows, the rats scatter. You see nothing but carcasses and worthless junk here until you notice a crucifix hanging from a support beam. Discard the sword. Gain a blue upgrade. So let's take our first success. No, you know what? We'll have to roll high, but if we get a 7, we'll get 2 successes. Gain a crucifix, item 30. Oh, I had this in the previous playthrough. On the start of your turn, you can exhaust an effort die to get 2 blue level ups. So that's nice. The first sacrifice has been made. A faint rumbling resounds. So I've actually made progress toward making blood sacrifices for the old god. Good to know. My turn ends, and that point is gone. Well, we may as well go to the field. Yep, I removed the barn, get a die, and then I will use the crucifix so I can exhaust 1 die to get 2 blue level ups. And let's just do 4 and 6. So now, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that. I don't know how many blue intellect rolls I'm going to be making, but at least I've got a 4 and a 6. So if I roll a 6, I get 2 successes. But I'll probably want my effort dice, so I don't know if I want to keep doing that all the time. Visit the shorn field. Yes, you look into the fog, certain you saw someone moving, and again there, but it's not a man. It's a ghostly figure, barely more solid than the mist itself, dressed like a warrior of old. It beckons you to follow him. All right, let's follow the ghost. So, what are my odds? Let's do 1 effort. I'm not going to spend XP on blue because I have the crucifix, so I'm just going to do this. 3, 6. Oh, and this die face is just a straight up success. So I got a 6 on these dice. That gives me 2, and this is a straight up success. So that's 3 successes to follow the ghost. You enter the fog and see many more silhouettes moving on the edges of your vision. You are soon surrounded by a ghostly battle in which warriors of old relive their last fight. Your guide beckons you to follow him further to the old standing stone. I can attack him or try to understand him. I want to understand him. All right, we're doing this again. Well, all right, let's do another effort die. Oh, and I get +1 this time from my ladder for some reason. 3, 4, 5, 6, +1 and from the ladder is 7, so that's 2 successes. Whatever the long dead warrior tries to show you, you're just not seeing it. After a few tries, it vanishes, disappointed. I get an XP though. All right. Guess I probably needed 3 successes. Fresh and effort die. I'm going to keep the effort die for now. So I guess I can go back to the shorn field. I don't know if he'll come back. The ghost will come back and give me another chance. But let's see, west. Yeah, I'm in no hurry. I'm on explorer mode. So let's go west to, what was it, the watchtower? High above the river, bordering the woods, is the place known as the Overlook. Place 62 face up. Move to there. Place the healer's hut. I guess this is where the witch did her cursing. The road warden's post overlooks the valley. They're in the watchtower. And that's it. Let's see what the healer was talking about, or what the witch was talking about with the healer hut. Set up the healer's hut trade stack. Oh, we got herbs. Everybody's been talking about these. Plus 40 your roll total if you discard it. Medicine gives you a left on red movement, skill up for each of your other items. Alcohol. And a blue test, don't roll any dice, instead you get 10. Or torch, plus 1 success in each test this turn. So that's a trade stack, but I don't have any money. So I'll mark the healer's hut with this token and set up another trade stack. I don't think you can see it, but we know it's there. I could sell the items I have, so I get to sell them for full value, but I don't really want to. I guess maybe I don't need to keep upping blue. All right, well, let's talk to him first. The healer's hut is located right where the fields meet the impenetrable woods. The door is always open. As the healer greets you, he trips and falls on his own doorstep. It's the witch's fault, he explains. She cursed me out of envy. So I can restore a shrine with a ritual artifact. Well, I don't have one of those. Ask the healer about an item. I feel like I want to sell this crucifix. Speak on behalf of the witch? Why would I do that? Let's start by trading. And I'm going to sell the crucifix, which means it goes into the trade stack. I get $2. And I'm going to buy herbs and medicine with those $2. So the medicine can make me pretty strong. I can get 3 skill ups right now, but I'm going to wait. And then save the herbs. They seem important for some reason. I guess I'll speak on behalf of the witch. I don't know. I'm not going to put any effort into it. And I got a 4, which is 1 success. She cursed me just for speaking my mind. No, I will not forgive her that easily. He might be miserable, but he seems entirely determined to stay that way. This will take some more convincing. Get another XP. So that seems good. And I'll just end the turn. I'm not going to ask about anything. Get another effort die back. And we'll check out the watchtower. The stone tower has served the road wardens in these parts for years. Now with the bridge gone, the gruff warden seems lonely and frustrated at his own uselessness. Mind you, I'm not taking part in your silly quest, he says, but I still might be of some assistance to a friend. I could listen to the howling wind, ask him about my destiny, or learn agility from him for $3. No, I think I'm okay for agility. Let's try to cheer him up. I could give him medicine. I don't want to give him my medicine, do I? I don't know that would help him anyway. That's not what he's looking for. I mean, he's like lonely and useless. He doesn't need medicine. Let's listen to the howling wind for now. Put some effort into listening. Do I spend an XP? Sure. I'm going to spend 1 of them before I roll to bring it down to 5 and 3. And got 3, 6, 8. So I got 2 successes anyway. You hear a sound like a slow heartbeat in the wind and water. It's familiar and reassuring. Refresh 1 of your effort. Yeah, well, I just put an effort into that, so. Ask him about my destiny? Sure. I want to ask him about, I guess, the monster, now that I've made progress on that. A devil led swarm of rats into the convent's bell tower. A devil led a swarm of rats into the convent's bell tower. Well, where's that? Cheer him up. Sure, let's just try to cheer him up naturally with kind words. With something to soothe his soul. I mean, medicine could help. We'll just use kind words instead. Put 1 effort back. Again, I get my ladder bonus. 3, 5, 7 plus 1 is 8, but that's still going to be 2. You try to console him, but he doesn't seem to listen. He's entirely concentrated on bemoaning his fate. Gain 1 blue, skill up. Do I want to bring my 11 down to 10? Yeah. See if we can make 3 successes out of that eventually. And I'm not going to learn agility from him, so I'll end my turn. Refresh an effort die. Okay. And I guess now I'm going to go... I can't go south, so I just have to go back east. And I may as well go to the shorn field again when I do. So I can try to follow the ghost, or I could take a nap. I wonder if taking a nap would give me... if I, like, find some money or something. Nah, let's follow the ghost. And I'm gonna... man, I don't know how many successes it takes to follow him. All right, I'm going to spend another XP. Bring the 10 down to 8. That's basically impossible that I roll that. It's like 1 in 36 that I roll an 8 on these dice. So I don't think, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll move 1 to 9, but I'll move this one to 4. There you go. And I'm just going to do the no effort version. I got a 3, which is 1 success. Can I at least follow him? When you enter the fog, you notice many more silhouettes surrounding you. They flicker and fade as you look at them, and you quickly lose your guide. So I get another XP to make up for the XP I spent, but I got my intellect bonus anyway. Oh, and I can still take a nap. You lie down comfortably in the fog, and after a short time you doze off. A vision of roaring flames wakes you before you get to rest properly. Exhaust 1 and get another skill up on blue. Well, I'm getting pretty smart here. Feel like my intellect is better than my other stats at this point. And end the turn. All right, refresh an effort die. And let's go south this time. Tile 19. The river marks the border of this land. With the bridge gone, there's no safe way out. Okay. High water has taken the middle part of the bridge. Here, the standing stones have been part of the landscape since time immemorial. Here, southern part of the town is less frequented. Tile number 1. Going right here, face down. Okay. Well, let's go to, the broken bridge is on the way, so I'll go there first. The area around the ruined bridge seems devoid of life, but hellish shrieks and the sound of claws scraping on stone make it clear something is lurking nearby. I can just rest and look at the water or find the way to the nest. Man, I really have to use a lot of intellect for this. I'm just going to roll 2. 6 is going to be 2 successes. It must be somewhere in there. Beastly shrieks give it away. You can't find the entrance. Rats watch you curiously, gain an XP. Alright, so I guess I got to get to 3 successes on this. May as well rest. You attempt to rest, but suddenly a painful bite reminds you that, that the rats and whatever leads them are still around. You should have chosen a calmer time. Exhaust 1. End the turn. Alright, well, get 1 back. I guess I need more successes. I feel like I want to do that again. Let's go to the stone circle this turn. To your surprise, a woman dressed in white stands in the usually deserted old stone circle. You approach to greet her, but when she turns toward you, her face is dried and wizened, and her eyes are filled with ancient sadness. Her weeping chills you to the bone. Who is she, and what does she want? I'm going to spend 2 XP. We're rolling a lot of blues here. So let's bring this down. 8, 7, 6, 5, and now it's blocked, so I just got to do this one down. And yeah, I still don't want to put effort into it though. I feel like I want to save it. 7, good. So I get 3 successes there. Her presence alone is chilling, and you feel your strength leaving you. Still, you listen to her wail. She weeps for times past when offerings were prepared here to be brought to the shrine. She bemoans the devils whose dark presence despoils the land. Lose red, but gain XP. All right, so I can make it back up if I want to. Okay, and that was it. I can give her the herbs. Yeah, sure. If she wants them, give her the herbs. There we go. Such wreaths we used to make, she rejoices, taking the bundle from your hand and setting to work. She quickly weaves it with the wildflowers growing in the circle, creating a simple wreath like the ones worn for harvest celebrations. She hands it to you and, with a smile, disappears like a wisp of smoke. The wreath pulses with power in your hands. Discard the herbs and gain a harvest wreath. Item 51, the harvest wreath. Before each might test, you may refresh an effort die. All right, I like that. And now I can inspect the offerings lying around. I shall. Small offerings of grain have been left by the townsfolk outside the circle. You could easily steal some. Oh, I don't want to steal it. I feel like my character, the woodsman, is respecting the old gods. I don't want to mess that up. I also can't make an offering though, so just gotta leave, end my turn. The ghost is no more, nor the chill she brought. The stones are silent, so that is gone. Can still go back to the broken bridge though. I get another effort die back, and I will go to the broken bridge. Let's see if I can search again, find a way to the nest. And this time I will spend an effort. I also have low numbers here, so hopefully we can get success. 3, 4, 5 is just enough for 3. There's a devil below, akin to a great horned rat with flaming eyes. It greedily devours everything the rats bring into its lair, driven by animalistic hunger. All right, well, let's destroy it. Destroy the nest with the devil inside. I can flood it or trap it. I don't have any tools for trapping, I guess flood. I wanted to just fight it. This one's spent. We'll use another one. But I use 2? No. I feel like I'm gonna get to 5, and above 5 doesn't do me any good. So just 1 effort. 3, 4, 5 exactly gives me 3. You notice that if you shift a few boulders near the support, it should, yes, within moments, the rat hole fills with water. The trapped monster's shrieks are cut short as the water claims it. Gain 1 skill or 1 dexterity progress, and the devilish servant's blood flows in the second sacrifice. The earth trembles, something stirs. So I'm making progress on that one. You take the devil's claw as a trophy, item 2, the bloody trophy. Discard this. If you have a might disc at 1, gain 2 XP. Oh, so this is like an objective, quest objective. Okay. Well, and now I have the medicine. I have 4 other items. I could use the medicine to get 4 skill ups on red. I could go 1, 2, 3, and then 4 or something like that. And then I'll meet that trophy requirement. And now with the rats gone, I feel like I can rest. You sit down and contemplate your less savory deeds. You've done some morally questionable things, but it all brings you closer to your goal. Refresh 1. And I actually should have had +1 more on my roll, but it doesn't matter because it was my second test for the turn, I think. All right, so now we can end that turn. The rat devil is gone. There's nothing interesting at the broken bridge for now. Broken bridge is gone. Can't even rest there anymore. So now we may as well go east. Refresh an effort die. Ominous lights dance in the empty windows as strange laughter resounds over the grounds. Something has changed in the ruins. Which ruins? The ruins where I am now? Oh, something over there. No one came to claim the noble abode when its master died. Some say it's cursed. Place 18. So this creepy looking location is going over, what, like here? I'll just put it like that for now. Ominous lights dance in the empty windows as strange laughter resounds over the grounds. Something has changed in the ruins. Read that already. So this is the Rat Palace. I feel like this is probably triggering that the game is supposed to be ending soonish, or like, but I'm just exploring, taking my time. A laughing, singing demon surrounded by an aura of dark power jumps and dances in the old garden. Wherever he goes, a swarm of rats follows. Place the Rat King. So I guess this is our Rat King. Not much bigger than the regular folk, but I mean, I'm sure to them he is monstrous. So he's going to go over here. Is he going to be my 3rd person to kill? A tall tree stands amid the farmland. All right, let's move some of this stuff. This is actually farther over than I thought. I'm going to have to move it more. Location 28 goes next to that one, but there's supposed to be a whole space, and we got to keep that on camera, right? This is going to be like this. Okay, well, I guess let's just go east to here. Tile 1, explore tile 1, yes. Calm part of the town sitting comfortably by the river. No work is being done in the carpenter's workshop today, so I guess I can go snoop around. A shrine honoring the fallen has seen better days, but it's still recognizable. Here, a water wheel slowly turns by the river, and somehow I still screwed up the placement. This goes here, and this one is here. All right, let's check out the empty carpenter's workshop then. Set up the carpenter's trade stack, a hatchet, a torch, and a rope. Still got no money. All right, so we've seen the hatchet. The torch gives +1 success in each test, and the rope gives +2 successes in a dexterity test. I wonder who I'm buying from if there's no one here, though. And light shines through the window, but the door is locked and barred. As you knock on the carpenter's door, you hear a voice from inside. Did you come for my debt? I don't have any money for the innkeeper. Be gone. All right, so there is someone here. I can trade, but I don't have any money. I can offer to pay his debt, but I don't have any money. I can ask him about an item. What am I going to ask him about? I can ask him about a ladder. He's a carpenter. Maybe he knows about ladders. That's our carpenter's work. He's indebted to the innkeeper, you know? All right. I guess I'm done here. End my turn. Fresh an effort die, but I'm full. Go to the shrine. A long time ago, a simple shrine was built on the riverbank to commemorate battles that took place here in ages past. Villagers often pray here for the souls of the deceased. A strange feeling of sadness hangs in the air. I can break in or investigate. Let's start by investigating. Many met their final fate in the old wars. Folk sometimes leave offerings for the dead here. Steal it or pay my respects. So this is not a shrine to the old gods. This is just to old soldiers. Still very, very disrespectful, but times are hard. As a woodsman, let's steal the offering. Disturbing a place of remembrance is wrong, but it can sometimes be profitable. You take the sword left as an offering and gain a sword. All right, well, I used another one, and that's another item for my medicine activation. Now I can try to break in. I mean, if I'm stealing, I may as well break in. I can open the door or break open the door. Let's Let's break it open and let's start. I'm going to go ahead and use the medicine. So I'm going to gain 1 red skill up for each other item I have and discard this. I have 5 other items. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. And then I've got the bloody trophy. If I have a might skill point at 1, gain 2 XP. So I'll grab 2 XP and then let's spend like 3 of them. Let's see where spending 3 of them puts me on might. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's pretty good. Having it 1 is actually a little bit silly because you always roll 2 dice, which means you have a minimum of 2. The only reason to have it at 1 would be, well, I guess 2 reasons. One would be because the other one is, next one's at 2. And now you've got, even if you roll a 2, you have 2 successes. So that's fine. And the other reason would be for that item I just used. So, but until this one gets down to 2, I did it just for the XP, but 2 XP is pretty good. So anyway, let's try to break it open. I'm going to spend 1 effort. I've got my might stats pretty low. It's a reasonable chance I'll get a 3 there. And 3, 5, 6. I get exactly 3 successes. Use all your strength and soon the old rusty hinges give way. The shrine is opened. Inside you find a well-preserved suit of chainmail. It should fit you well enough. Gain chainmail 46. And I have some armor. I can ignore all negative red skill effects. So any negative effect on my might is ignored. And that's all I can do here. I get an effort die back. And I guess let's just go here to 47. Flip that over. When the rats came, this poor area was hit hard when someone tried to fight the vermin with fire. Oof. A bloodied man in torn clothes is sitting near a small fire. Place the destitute merchant. Well, he seems to be still smiling, doesn't he? Oh, we can get close here, huh? Nope, not really. All right, put him here, here. Okay, a famished-looking girl has made her camp here. A thieves' camp. Well, that's pretty straightforward. They're not hiding that. The creaking water wheel is turning slowly, but there's no miller to be seen. Over here. Okay, and the Covenant's bell tower can be seen from afar, so we know there's a devil in there. I can go there to kill the next one. All right, I guess let's talk to the merchant first. Visit the destitute merchant. You almost took him for a stranger without his cart full of goods, with his clothes torn and bloodied, but it's the traveling merchant who often comes to town. He's consumed with despair. A rat swarm attacked his cart. He was forced to flee, and he feels powerless to regain his property. I can encourage him or ask him about an item. Sure, let's just encourage him with a rousing speech. I mean, let's just use our 2 dice. All we need is a 5. I don't know the odds of that, but let's see. I got a 3, which is 1 success. You plead, bargain, and even threaten. Nothing works. He seems truly convinced the only thing left for him is to wait for his end. But I get an XP. So that worked out for me. And I'll end my turn. Yeah, we're done with him. Sorry, buddy. I didn't even spend any effort on that. Let's go to the water wheel. You approach the mill and hear a happy melody played on a lyre. There are rats in the mill, but they mostly ignore you, seemingly enchanted by the music. And then you see it, a diminutive, devilish creature sitting high atop the water wheel, pausing to its concert to give you a mocking blow. I'm going to confront it. Let's fight. I can banish it. I don't really have any banishing items, except for my sword. Oh, smash the wheel? Why can't I just fight it? All right, smash the wheel. We'll put an effort into this. Yeah, just 1. We just need a 6. 4, 8, 9 is 3 successes. 1, 2, 3. Confirm. It is said that whatever you drown in this part of the river will never rise back to the surface. You smash the wheel with all your might and it shakes and turns. That's enough for the imp to lose its footing. You watch with grim satisfaction as it struggles briefly and drowns. You pick up the lyre it left behind. Ooh, now we can play music. I get 1 red skill point to the left. Let's see if we can get up to 4 successes eventually. If I can get this down to 10, which I usually could with XP, then sword is guaranteed to do it for me. Item 50. Of course, the sword will be a single use, but like if I fight, for example, a rat king demon, that could be nice. So this says when you stay on the same tile, you may refresh an effort die. Okay, toss a coin into the water. I don't have any coins, so on my turn, get another die back, same one I just used, and we'll go to the thieves camp because we're in explorer mode. You recognize her. She's an orphan living here on the outskirts, or at least she used to before the fire that broke out when the rats came. Now she sits by a small fire holding a well-groomed sheep by a piece of string. There's a broken down fenced enclosure nearby, but it has been damaged to the point of uselessness. Ask her what's wrong. I think we know it's wrong. Give her tools ask her about an item, ask her about my destiny, or take the sheep. All right, what's wrong? Her tale is one of woe. With no family and her meager possessions devoured by rats, she was refused help by all. As a last resort, she took a sheep from a rich farmer who owned many sheep. I don't want to slaughter it, but I have to. But if I have to, well, what can you do? She shrugs and throws more twigs into her pitiful fire. I can't even leave it here alone until the fence is fixed, and I can't go get the tools because I need to watch the sheep. I didn't think this through, did I? I don't have tools. I have a hatchet. I can give her a hatchet. That would give me +2 successes on a might test. I'm going to give it to her. Sure. I'm going to give her a hatchet. Let's see what happens. I can surely repair the fence with this. She is overjoyed. Turns out, however, that her repair skills are lacking. A few tries, several hours, and one life-changing decision later, here you are with a fateful sheep roasting over the flames. You use the opportunity to convince her to help you. Finally, she responds. I get food and lose the hatchet. All right, well, I don't like that outcome. I don't care for that. But I got a food. I can use that, discard this and refresh 2 effort. Well, I feel bad for the sheep. Oh, if I could only help you in turn, she sighs, but suddenly brightens. Here, take this. She puts a lockpick in your hand. You could certainly use it. Where did she even get this? All right, one more red. That'll put this at 10, so 1 sword away from a maximum 4 successes. I mean, you can get 5 or more, but like especially if I use the hatchet. So now I have the lockpick. I can get a dexterity bonus for each of my items, which is now 6 other items. Or I can save it in case I need those later. I haven't been rolling greens, though. Ask her about an item or my destiny. I mean, I don't know. Sure, what does she have to say about my destiny? Let's do the one where I'm, killing things. Make blood sacrifices for the old god. What's she got to say about that? If you help me, I would certainly assist you. Well, I did help you, but sure. End turn. Yes. The orphan girl leaves the camp, waiting until you need her help. Okay. Get an effort die again. And let's go north to 43 here. The convent's high towers were a sign of hope for many, but is there still hope left? Garden is left oddly untouched by the vermin here. The bishop has been praying in the chapel since the rats came. So put him up there. Bell tower goes here. Okay. And, I mean, I think the bell tower is where we know the devil is, or that's what we heard. But let's talk to the priest first, the chapel. The bishop, safe in his refuge in the chapel, pauses his prayers as you enter. What can I help you with? He asks, and his voice is shaking only a little. A few scared novices hide in the corner. Ask him about my destiny? Sure, what does he have to say about me making blood sacrifices to an old god? The western field is haunted. Follow the ghosts. It will lead you to what you need. Thanks. Ask him for advice. James 1:2-3. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Or perseverance, if you prefer. Gain item 8. It gives me a rosary. I get +2, or I can discard it for +2 in an intellect test. More bonuses for my lockpick. And may as well meditate. Alright. Oh, I'm a sinner, though. I lose an effort. That's fine. So I'm going to end my day. There we go. And get it back. Now, let's go to the garden. Sure. The bishop said we need to pray and have faith, confesses the gardener. But what faith can I have if I'm doing nothing? I saw the first rat sneak into the garden through the hole in the wall. If only I had a way to get rid of them. Some distance away, you notice a stray dog watching you closely. Give her means to protect the garden from rats? What would that be? I don't know what that would be. Or catch the dog. Sure. Chase it down or lure it in. I do have food. Yeah, let's lure it in with food. Here we go. It runs straight toward you and voraciously devours the presented offering. When it is finished, it immediately calms down and starts following you around. Despite the success, you feel a slight unease. Has the same hunger that drives the rats started infecting other animals as well? Discard the food and gain a dog. Does this make up for the sheep? I don't know that it does. Now I have a dog, and in every might test, I get +1. Alright. Well, we're going to use it to scare away rats, but give her means to protect the garden. I can give her the dog. Does that help? Does the dog stop? All right, I'm going to give her the dog. Let's see. Is the dog the means to protect the garden? The dog turns out to be an avid rat catcher and sets off to hunt. Soon the garden is rat-free while its new guardian stands proudly on watch. The gardener is delighted. I can't do much to help you, but have this at least. She hands you a bundle of herbs. They have healing properties. Discard the dog, get 2 XP. I'm going to have some really good stats. Thanks, Explorer mode. And gain herbs. Item 11. I get this back. All right. And we can go. And let's go ahead and head over. Oh, the garden's gone. Quiet and empty now. Go to the bell tower. Fresh and effort die. There we go. Wonder what day I'm on. Like day a million? You approach the bell tower. Somewhere from above, malevolent laughter reaches you, and a thrown bottle soon follows. Miraculously, you catch it. It's mostly full. Gain alcohol. Well, that's nice. In an intelligence test, don't roll any dice and get a 10. That's how alcohol works? All right. The bell tower door is solid wood bound in iron. It's also locked. As another bout of high-pitched laughter bursts from the top of the tower, you see several rats watching you with great attention. Open the door. I can open the lock with... Man, I would get so much dexterity bonus. Is it going to make me discard this? I'm flooded in XP, so I'm just going to use it. Let's use the lock picking kit. Did I discard it? You notice several scratches near the keyhole. Evidently, someone has done this before. The previous attempt has made the lock easier to open, and the door is soon unlocked. As you climb the steep stairs to the top of the tower, numerous rats skitter up and down, and the burning stench of sulfur permeates the air. "Welcome," shrieks a small but vicious-looking devil sitting by the bell. "Welcome to my castle." Rats surround it, their eyes set firmly upon its horned visage. Confront the devil. I can fight it or scare it off. Fight it? I have to use an item? Well, why don't I just fight it? I don't want to scare it off. I want to fight it. I can use the rosary for +2 successes. I don't know how many successes I need. No, I want to fight it. I need to sacrifice it. But it's going to make me scan an item to fight. I guess that's going to be my sword. Man, I'm running out of fighty items. But I guess this is maybe the last one I need? It hisses and charges you, lowering its head to gore you with its horns. You step aside and give it a quick kick as it passes you. Unable to control its momentum, the devil rams its head into the wall. It sits there, dazed, until you finish it off. Discard the sword. You take the devil's claw as a trophy. Gain a bloody trophy. Alright, so I get this back and get 2 more XP. May as well do it now-ish. Enough blood. You must act. Rush to the watchtower. Alright, so we're going to end our turn. Yes, the bell tower is quiet. Once again. Now, where do I need to go? I need to go to the watchtower. When you're ready, go to the watchtower in the west. Okay, so back over here with that sad guy. So let's go... Man, I kind of want to fight this horned king guy, but I guess that's not in the card. So we'll go west. We'll go here. I haven't been there yet. We're just going to make progress that direction. Most of the folk live here. Many are cowering in their homes for now, unsure of the future. Rats constantly skitter out in and out of the widow's cellar. Here. Okay, the inn seems closed, but you see light inside. All right, let's go to the old widow. The rats living in the widow's cellar could clearly be a problem if left unchecked. She agrees to let you in after you promise to get rid of them. I'm in no state to leave the house anymore, she says, but I'll reward you with coin and a story. You notice an unguarded sack of grain clearly visible in the open doorway of a poorer house nearby. Well, I'm pretty good at destroying the nest. By hand. I've got the might for it, right? I could spend a couple XP. Let's do the bloody trophy. Get 2 XP. That's 4 skill ups. And we'll just go like 1, 2, 3, 4. Put 1 effort into it because otherwise we're going to get another one next turn anyway. 3, 5, 7 is 4 successes. You get to work, and the work is long and bloody. You stab, stomp, and crush until the rats are no more. This house is clean, you'd announce, if not for all the blood. Gain $2. So the widow had money, huh? Okay. Thankful for your help, the widow rewards you with a story. There was once a god watching over this land, she says, but as churches and priests appeared, he went to sleep, to wait. Some say our watchtower has been built on his place of rest. Many relics of him still linger, such as a stone on the westward field that some say stays cool even when touched by fire. Get another XP. I'm gonna be pretty good at stuff. But yeah, I don't think the game is designed for you to be playing this long. Somebody would have won by now if it were a race. It's such a weird combination, story and racing. I don't think I need to do any of these other things. I cleared out the rats for her. Let's just keep moving. Is nothing sacred? A voracious swarm of rats flood the chapel. The bishop tries to fend off the rodents, but they are unaffected by the holy powers of his pastoral staff. Barely human screams abruptly change to the soft sounds of flesh being devoured. Remove the bishop. Get an effort die back. And I'm going to go west. So right now I'm at this tile here. And I'm going to move to here. I haven't even been moving my figure. But yeah, I'm here. I'm going to move to here, which means I can interact with the shorn field again. You look into the fog, certainly you saw someone moving, and again, there, but it's not a man, a ghostly figure, more solid than the mist itself. All right, so let's try to follow the ghost, and I'll put 1 effort into it. I mean, I've got so much XP. I could just use 1 to like bring this down to 2, 3, 4, and I feel like even 1 effort is kind of a waste, but I'm going to do it anyway. So 2, 3, and plus 1 success. So 3 is here, 1, 2, plus the 1 is 3 successes. I could use the rosary, but I don't think I need to. So let's just take the 3 to follow him. You enter the fog. Oh, 3 is not enough. Oh no, he beckons to follow him further. Let's try to understand him again. And this time, I'm going to spend, I mean, even 1 effort. I'm going to get the 3. Yeah, I'm going to do 1 effort here. So I got 3, 5, 6 is plenty. I could use my rosary and get plus 2. Sure, let's use the rosary. Add 2 more successes to an intellect test. So I have 5. 5 is like epic. There, beneath the stone, you find a small opening, and in it, an ancient knife. It's cleaner and sharper than anything this old has any right to be. The fog and ghosts are gone. Gain the obsidian knife 37. All right, so I guess this would be if I were doing the ritual item path rather than killing stuff path. But it says after each test where my roll is less than or equal to 5, I get 2 effort back. Oh, and actually that was 8 because of the ladder. But anyway, my turn ends. Okay. Oh, and that's gone. That's fine. And townsfolk have begun in a dreamlike state to gather among the rotting remains of the feast. Of which feast? That sounds bad. The Feast of Famine is added here. Sounds bad. All right, refresh and effort die. And let's go to the watchtower. So I'm going to travel west to here, to the watchtower. Yes. The stone tower is served. Okay, yep. The wind is howling. Or complete the sacrifices. There we go. Let's do that. I could listen to the howling wind. Sure, why not? Ooh, do I spend effort though? Nah. I might need them. So I'm just going to use these. I got a 4, which is still the 3 successes. You hear a sound like a slow heartbeat in the wind and water. It's familiar and reassuring. Refresh 1. All right. And then we'll complete the sacrifice. There's no stopping now. It is time. The wind strengthens and the earth trembles. All is ready. You begin. As your grandfather taught you, you carve the symbols into the earth around you. You start the ceremonial fire. The heartbeat returns, drumming in your head, making it difficult to concentrate. There are voices in the wind now. They plead for release. Choose the offering. Speak the words or spill your blood. I'm going to spill my blood. And I'm going to put... I just need a 7. I'm going to put 2 effort into it. I got 4, 5, 6, 7 exactly, plus 1 success, plus 1 for more from the ladder, so I actually got 8, but that's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Sounds pretty good. Blood is needed and you give it gladly. The overpowering rumbling sounds more and more heart-like. Something is awakening. Push forward. I lose 2 red, but I can't because of chainmail, and also lose a green. So I'll just put this 11 back to 12. Okay. Amidst the chaos, you notice rats gathering around your circle, seemingly unable to enter. Their eyes burn like coals. The wind is howling and your flames flicker and fade. Don't let them die. Can renew the flames or take time to prepare. I wonder if alcohol could be used to renew the flames. Well, I spent these effort. I've got 4 XP to spend. Let's see, if I spend 4 of it, I could go like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 more to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have any bonuses for rolling green though. I'm still going to try that one with fire of my own, but I don't have a torch. I feel like the alcohol is not going to help. So I'm going to do words of power. Spend my last effort. And 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1 from the ladder is 5. It's actually 1 short. After each test where I roll less than or equal to 5, I get to refresh 2 dice. So I'll use that first. I feel like 2 is not enough. So I'm actually going to use my herbs. Am I going to regret that? for just one more success. Hopefully. 2, 3. It's too late. The circle is broken and the rats pour through. My turn ends. Oh no. Refresh and effort die. All right, that wasn't good enough. As your flames weaken, you feel your progress slowing, and you're surrounded by rats, or rat-like creatures. Their fur is black, but their eyes burn like coals. All right. Did I just fight them or banish them? Guess I'll try to banish them with ancient spells or with a talisman, like the harvest wreath. I'll just use ancient spells. I've got pretty low blue here. 5. That'll give me 3. In this sacred place, your words carry power, but your enemies are so many. You're uncertain how much time has passed, but it feels like the untamed energy is splitting your head. You notice the glyph surrounding you, drinking the spilled blood, empowering the ritual further. My turn ends. Fresh and effort die. The trees flail their branches in spurts of uncontrollable growth. The devils scream in pain and run, seeking shelter. There is none. In the distance, you hear their shrieks as thorns rip the hellish beasts apart, but something still stands blocking the awakening. The bells of the convent ring, calling for help, and as they do, a luminous being stands before you, seething with holy rage. I can fight it or confront it. With might, I have a potential to get 4 successes, but to get 3, I need a slightly higher roll. Still, man, if I try to confront it, I don't think I have anything. I could use my obsidian knife. You think this will help me confront a luminous being? I don't know. Let's just fight it. And let's put, I need 7. Let's put 2 effort into that. 3, 4, 5, 6? Seriously? That's only 3. Even with ancient power coursing through you, you're no match for it. You block its blows, but its force brings you to your knees. The brightness is overwhelming. This is not your domain, roars the voice that is one with the earth's rumble, and this one is not yours to judge. The light fades. You regain your senses, and as you do, a silhouette of a man crowned with antlers looms before you. You've been given a chance. Lose a blue. I lose that down to 5. My turn ends again. And if this were a multiplayer game, like, other players would be having turns and potentially be able to finish their mission or their destiny before me. Despite the howling winds, despite the earth shaking, you feel in control. Now is the time to call him forth to his place of rest. Reach out toward him. Where is his place of rest? Ooh, I thought it was under the tower here. And this is a cliff, right? Isn't that what we learned? That, like, he was under the tower? That's why I had to come here? So is this a cliff here that he's underneath that? I guess that's what I'm going to have to choose and hope for the best. So I'm going to choose the cliff where you are standing, just under your feet. Yes, there is power there. Something vast reaches out to you. Your sacrifices have been accepted. It is drunk of the blood you offered. It yearns to awaken. You speak the name a final time. The rumbling ends. All is silent. No rats, no devils, no church bell. No angel. You witness beauty. In the early day of autumn, it seems like summer has briefly returned. The fields are golden again, as if not yet harvested. Around the old standing stones and shrines, flowers bloom, alive with the buzzing of bees. The crowd gathered at the cursed feast, free of their spell, looks around in confused joy. With a wide smile, you march toward the town, already thinking how to begin the story. In the distance, at the edge of the woods, you think you see a tall figure. You're almost certain it gives you a nod of gratitude before disappearing. You win. The town of So has been transformed. Gone are the crosses and chapels, and where they once stood, sacred trees grow again. The standing stones have been restored, and in their shadows ancestral celebrations take place, like in days of old. Most have embraced the old ways and clear understanding to whom they owe their survival. News of the famine ravaging other lands was met mostly with disbelief. If So overcame it, how terrible could it be elsewhere? The following years were prosperous for So, as the old god rewarded his faithful with bountiful harvests and nature's immeasurable gifts. Oh, innumerable gifts. Not all, of course, wanted to submit. Alas, no chronicle recounts how the town fared when some years later the pestilence came. Such was her conquest that few were left with the strength to pen proper chronicles. Ominous ending. All right, so there you go. I got to play a full story uninterrupted by the game telling me that I lost because I ran out of turns. So that was nice. I got to leisurely walk back and forth. It did have the problem I expected, which is why I didn't want to play Explorer initially, which is that there was no pressure. I was just playing through the story. There was almost no game to it. Even if I failed a die roll, I knew it didn't matter because I could try again. Or even if I couldn't try again, it wouldn't matter because I'd still be able to complete the game somehow. So it's a really tough trade-off because if you saw my previous video of Destinies, you saw how frustrated I was when I ran out of time and failed, and then I didn't know how my story ended. And then in order to find out, I was going to have to play through the whole thing again. So it's a tough way to handle a solo game that is a racing game of storytelling. I haven't played it multiplayer, so I don't know how frustrating or not it would be to play multiplayer and have somebody else finish their story before you. I have a feeling I would be much better with that because at least somebody's story got to come to a conclusion rather than just, oh, you failed and it's over now. Everything bad happened or something like that. Having someone succeed, having someone's story pay off, and then to find out at the end that I was actually just an NPC running around doing nothing because I didn't win, I think I would be okay with that and that would be fun. But in a solo game, I've got to see some story end in a satisfying way. Not like a happy ending, but that the narrative arc concluded. And working up, working up, working up, and then failing is not that narrative arc. But then there's no tension. So like in this version, I got to play through until my story came to its conclusion. I got to pick what that story was. I get to walk around and explore. But there was no tension. Obviously, the story had very dark tones and notes to it. There was tension for the characters in the fictional setting, but there's no no tension in the playthrough, in the gameplay itself. So like I said before, and I'll say it again, it's a tough call because I don't know if like being able to die is the right source of tension, but I'll have to try it out multiplayer at some point. And although now that I've seen some of the scenarios play out, I'll have a bit of an advantage. But there were 3 characters to choose from. I'm pretty sure all 3 of the characters would be pretty different, have different destinies that want to go to different points of interest on the map. And I even have a second destiny that I didn't really do. I did get this obsidian knife. I actually forgot where I got it now. So there are ways to play it again without necessarily having too much knowledge. But I'm interested to see where the story goes, what the plot brings, what kind of punishments we have for reawakening an old god. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Subscribe so we can get more subscribers. And bye.